I'm not sponsored by Halo Top or anything, but I think I have a problem. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the video. So as you can see, we have a lot of Halo Top, and I'll just give a little explanation on that. Every time I go to ShopRite, which is only like once every month or so, Halo Top always seems to be on sale for like $2.88 a pint, which is a very, very good price. But I don't really eat Halo Top that much, maybe once a week. Paula has it maybe once or twice a week. So every time I see it, I think it's a great deal, and I get like 8 of them, and they build up, and we don't eat them that fast. So now we have 17 of them, and I thought I would make a little bit of a Halo Top pyramid. But anyway, so for this video, I just got back from ShopRite, obviously, with the Halo Top, and I got back from a deadlift workout. So I'm going to take you guys through the deadlift workout, and I think I'm also going to film tomorrow's overhead press workout and combine the deadlifts with the overhead press footage. And then I'm going to address something that a lot of you guys have been asking about, which is cutting and how to do it correctly so that you can maintain as much strength and as much muscle as possible. So that's what this video is going to be, and let's get to the gym. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the commentary. So funny thing about the Halo Top is now that I have 17 of them, Halo Top actually reached out to me and they are going to be sending me free ice cream. So I'm going to be having free Halo Top coming in on top of that ice cream, which is pretty cool, but not exactly like I need it. So anyway, like I said in the beginning, I am going to take you guys through my deadlifts and then my overhead presses. This is the 1+ week on 531. So on both lifts, you will see me work up to an AMRAP set of a minimum of 1, but really as many as possible. And this is really the heaviest week on 531. So while I take you through this, I did want to discuss cutting, because a lot of you guys have been asking me how to go about cutting, the routine, the diet, cardio. So I'm going to address all of those things. Here you see me doing the AMRAP with 445, and the VersaGrip, actually the Velcro, it broke. Didn't really break, kind of just fell off after my 4th rep, and you'll see that on my 5th rep I couldn't complete it because the bar just started to fall. So I might need new VersaGrips because the Velcro is getting very weak. So anyway, back to cutting. The very first question people always ask is, what kind of routine should I do when I'm cutting? And my answer to that is you don't want to change your routine at all when you start cutting. Now, I always recommend you lift as heavy as possible while cutting, because if you're already eating less calories, you're giving your body less stimulus right there to hold on to muscles. So now if you start lifting lighter, you're basically not giving your body any reason to hold on to strength and muscle. So lifting as heavy as possible is important when cutting. Now you have to keep that in context. If you weren't lifting that heavy before you started cutting, while you start cutting isn't exactly the time to start turning into a power lifter. But typically I recommend keeping the routine the same and keeping the rep ranges of what you were doing as you start cutting. If you weren't really incorporating any lower rep ranges, maybe you could start incorporating just a little bit, because like I said, you want to give your body some kind of stimulus to hold on to the muscle. But as far as switching your routine to start a cut, I do not recommend doing that. It's not the right time when you begin a diet to change up routine. Stick with what you were doing. If it worked to gain the muscle, it'll work to maintain the muscle, and you could switch your routine when you're done cutting, when you go into a bulking phase at the end. As far as cardio, you don't necessarily need to start out with cardio. I personally always like to do cardio so I can eat a little bit more. But I know a lot of people don't like cardio. However, if you're trying to get lean, you're probably going to need to do cardio at least at some point, if not in the very beginning. People always wonder, oh, will cardio cause me to lose muscle? And I do not believe that cardio in and of itself will cause you to lose muscle. What causes you to lose muscle and strength is doing it too quickly. So if you're losing weight too fast, whether that's through cardio or diet or both, you're probably going to lose some muscle. So my preferred rate of weight loss is about 1 pound per week, but you could keep it between 1 and 2, and definitely not more than 2 pounds per week. If you start dropping more than 2 pounds per week, whether or not you're doing cardio, whether or not you're lifting heavy, you're going to start losing muscle at some point, because that's just too fast to lose weight, and you're also going to start losing strength. So cardio is not necessarily going to cause you to lose muscle. What causes you to lose muscle is trying to go about it too fast. And also keep in mind, depending on how lean you're trying to get, you probably will lose strength at some point. If you're trying to get very, very lean, you will lose strength towards the end. If you're not trying to get below 10%, then there's a good chance you could hold on to all your strength if you do it correctly. So just to wrap up what I said so far, do not switch your routine when you start cutting. Try to lift as heavy as you possibly can. That doesn't mean lift heavier than you were before, but it means that don't lift any lighter than you were when you before you started cutting. As far as cardio, I do recommend doing it. As far as a method, I like either moderate intensity, high intensity, or a combination of both of those. Doing cardio is not going to lead to muscle loss. What will lead to muscle loss is just doing it too quickly. So that's basically cutting in a nutshell. If you guys have any further questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I think I really covered everything that I wanted to cover here with cutting. I kind of consider myself an expert since I've done it so many times. So hit that thumbs up if you liked the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video.